where we give you a raw and unfiltered look at what it's like to run a business as young entrepreneurs. In our line of work, we have the pleasure of creating relationships with a variety of characters. Influencers, athletes, models, digital media gurus, CEOs, and industry experts. And we'll be inviting them on to share with you. Sit back, grab a sip and a smoke as we take you behind the smokescreens. All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Behind the Smokescreens. This is episode 1 of season 3. We are pleased to announce that we have a new sponsor, McDonald's. Slippery. Ice Age Management. Delicious pastries delivered by the man himself, Adrian Smith. We love you. Shout out. And we have a brand new co-host we're excited to announce as well, Laura Clark. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. I'm very excited to be here.
It's great to have you.
Okay.
So we have some exciting things coming down the pipeline on Behind the Smokescreens. A couple episodes with Cigar guys. A couple episodes with entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
A couple episodes with philanthropists. You name it. You keep guessing, we'll keep pumping out the content. Don't you worry.
You got to stay tuned this season. We have some really good stuff coming.
Amazing stuff. And great pastries, by the way. I mean, that cinnamon bun, apple fritter, you can't beat that stuff. So I'm sure our guests are wondering, who are you? Like how did you get here?
I'm sure they're wondering that.
What
I would be.
What do you do in life? What is your passions, hobbies? Give us the rundown of the Laura Clark.
Those are so many questions. Why don't we start with one and we'll work our way.
Okay. So, what's your passion?
My passion. What a great question, Phil. I think my passion is just creating something that's memorable, whether that's this podcast, my job now, my relationships with other people. I like the idea of nothing ever being forgotten. So this is going to last forever, no matter how long we do it. So
Beautiful. It's an experience every day.
it is an experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what we create here. So
So it goes hand in hand.
I guess that's why we get along kind of well.
Sort of well.
So we have a cigar here. Do you want to light it up, or are you just going to let it
Yeah.
watch you?
We can do that since I'm the
Okay.
co-host.
Yeah. So what else, what's your background? Like, what do you do for on a day-to-day basis?
Okay. So I moved to Greensboro about 7 years ago for college. I went to UNCG and majored in communications.
Where are you from?
Madison, North Carolina.
Madison, Mayodan?
Madison Mayodan. Now, the funny thing is, you might not know this, there's actually a divide between Madison and Mayodan, and that stops at the Hardys. So if you're on the right side of the Hardys, you're in Madison. If you're on the left side, you're in Mayodan.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's all at the Hardys.
It's all stops with the Hardys. It's a staple.
Who would have thought?
Not I.
I only know one thing about Madison.
What's that?
I don't think I want to say it on here, but it's not good. But you're from there, so that's a good thing, and that's what life is about, balance.
Are you familiar with a Mountain Dew special?
No, tell me about that.
There's a great little place. It's called the Airport Drive-In.
Mm-hmm.
There's no airport there. It's literally just the drive-in. But they do a nice Mountain Dew with that good crushed ice. You know what I'm talking about? A Mountain Dew special is Mountain Dew with a good crushed ice, and then you mix in cherry juice.
Oh, wow.
That's the whole thing.
That sounds frisky.
It's really something.
Very cool. And
Yeah.
that was invented in Madison.
Yeah, and you get that with a nice toasted hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any more fun facts about Madison?
One time when I was in high school, these two guys were feuding, and somebody stole the other person's goat and brought it to a party.
A goat.
Yeah. So
What was he doing with the goat?
that was they were going to like fight at the party.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I got your goat.
Oh, shit. Those are
So-
fighting words.
Those are fighting words. It was like a family goat, I think. So
All right. Cool.
you want to light this up for me,
Oh,
bud?
yeah. Let me
Okay.
give you a light here.
All right.
What is that?
So what we're smoking here is a CAO Flavors. It's a flavored cigar, and it's infused with a bourbon
it?
vanilla
do it
sweetness.
again.
We'll do a little more here. Get it all even. And we are lit.
Don't burn my eyelashes.
Right. It's very important. But the trick to that is keeping it at the nice angle.
Mm-hmm.
So when the flame comes up, it just goes straight in front of your face instead
Mm-hmm.
of at your face. Because a lot of people will like point it down, and I'll be like, don't point it down because you'll burn your face off.
Got it.
Yeah.
So usually whatever I'm smoking is going to be, I think, a good beginner cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever Phil has is going to be a good, what'd you say, expert cigar? Medium to expert
Yeah,
cigar?
I mean, it's all relative.
Sure.
It's just what you think is a good flavor, you know?
Okay.
Everyone likes different flavors. I have some guys who come in and they smoke groovy blues every day.
I like the sound of that.
It's pretty groovy. But then there's guys like me who smoke, Room 101s,
Mm-hmm.
Matt Booth, Davidoffs,
Got it.
Those sort of things.
If you had to pick one cigar to smoke for the rest of your life, what do you think it would be?
That's a tough question.
And I put you on the spot. So
I mean, this is a week-to-week question. I would probably have to go with Placencia this week.
Mm-hmm.
They're hitting extra nice. The flavor is just really, really pairing with what I'm doing, whether it's after lunch, whether it's after
Uh-huh.
dinner with a nice drink.
okay.
And yeah, I mean, very, very consistent cigar, and I'm a big fan of that this week.
Got it.
Could be something different next week.
I'll check back next week when we film our next episode.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
do a weekly segment,
I like that. The cigar of the week.
except we've already filmed like 3 episodes.
So we'll start it on episode 4.
Stay tuned.
Coming soon.
Okay, so let's get back to you and what you do on a day-to-day basis. We get that you're from Madison.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Madison, Mayodan.
Yeah.
And that's how they say it, right? Mayodan?
Maiden.
Maiden?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
the faster you say it and the less syllables you use, that's the more accuracy.
But typically when I'm with somebody from Madison, Mayodan, that's how they drag it out, right?
I think it depends on who you get. Yeah.
Right. All right. So tell us about your day-to-day life.
Okay. So I'm the salon director at Local Honey, downtown in Greensboro, and love it there. I've been working with them a lot on doing a big social media campaign. So we're shooting at some cool spots around Greensboro. We're going to shoot here soon. But yeah, it's really fun. It keeps me challenged, especially this past year with everything going on with COVID. And us, of course, being shut down for a little bit. That was right when I started this job. So it was definitely some growing pains for all of us. But it's really fun.
Awesome. Where is the salon located?
So the salon is right at the corner of Bellarmine and Commerce, right across from the Carol at Bellarmine, and the new Hyatt. So we're super close to the ballpark, and just kind of right, on the corner of downtown. We have a great spot, and I think we're kind of starting to build up again now that people are getting back to work and downtown's kind of up and roaring again. So we're really excited about that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you said across from the Carol Bellarmine apartment complex,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty new.
Yeah. It's very new.
They came in here one day and gave me all this swag, like golf balls and water bottles, and they want
Oh.
like set up a little table in here one day
Yeah.
and just like, try and market their establishment. So are you seeing a lot of business from that apartment complex?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, convenience is a lot of what people look for, I think, in any service, whether it's, something like this, restaurant, hair salon, whatever. You want to be somewhere that's in close proximity. We do definitely have some people that travel. I would say even like Charlotte, South Carolina. We've got a couple of folks that come up even from Florida a couple times a year because they just
Wow.
enjoy the atmosphere and the stylist that we have. But I would say, yeah, I think we get a lot of business from over that way. And now, like I said, that things are picking up downtown, foot traffic from people going back to the office, and just being so close by and kind of looking for that, after work spot. It's really quick. It's easy. It makes things a little more convenient.
So I'm curious about the people that travel. Are they coming to see like one specific person?
Yeah,
or are they coming
absolutely.
to see just a salon?
No, they're coming to see one specific person. I think it's, once you find somebody that you like and you vibe with, that you'll see that person over and over again. If they provide a good service and deliver a good product, then that's well worth it for a lot of people.
Who's the main attraction there? You?
Yeah, it's me for sure. No.
Susie Cream Cheese.
It's Susie Cream Cheese. They asked for me. Jay is probably our main attraction, but Jay's been in the industry for 30 years, well over 30 years at this point. He's been a guest stylist in New York for a couple salons up there.
Oh, wow.
He's worked Fashion Week. He's worked with Travis Scott. I mean, his portfolio is just endless, and he's learned so much and developed so much through his time in the industry and kind of reinvented himself so many times that I think the clients that he has will be with him until he decides to retire.
Beautiful. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
It's really cool.
And that's a really good teaser because we're expecting to have him on.
Yeah, Jay
this
will be our
season.
guest this season. Very excited to have him. I mean, he's raced motorcycles at one point in his life professionally and done hair and been in, like I said, the fashion industry. So I feel like he's lived 100 lives. So I think it'll be a really good segment.
Heck yeah. Well, we're really excited for that. And I guess let's get into like the nitty gritty of your job. Like,
Okay.
Like let's hear about like what you have to deal with on a daily basis. Like, is there a lot of turnover at a salon?
I would like to say no, but I think there is in some aspects because there are a lot of people who only visit a salon maybe once or twice a year.
Right.
Yeah. And again, this past year, things have definitely slowed down and people are starting to get back in the swing of things. I don't think you see as much turnover, but I definitely think that the industry is changing a little bit and we have to kind of grow with it, that we're going to become more of a all-inclusive salon and offer different things like aesthetic services and things closer to that nature. So it'll be more of like a one-stop shop.
Aesthetics. What do you mean by that?
So like skincare, anything to do with like brows, lashes, facials. I think that that'll be good to kind of house it all in one space. And so that's something that'll kind of keep us growing and evolving for a long time because that's going to be around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So something that caught my eye was that large phone right there.
Oh, you mean
What the hell is that?
this?
Oh my gosh.
This is from Amazon, who does not sponsor us. But as you can see, an incredible phone case. It's a water bottle filled with boys' tears.
Oh wow. It says boys' tears on
Yeah,
there.
we should get matching ones. What do you think?
What would mine say?
Tequila.
We do love tequila.
Mine will say mezcal and yours can say tequila
Okay.
since they're different.
What color?
I don't know. You want to color coordinate?
Yeah, I mean, I would like a nice, like teal, kind of like this ashtray.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool color right there.
You could get something. We could just coordinate it with our outfits for the week.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
And just change up the phone case.
A different phone case for every episode. Why
Yeah.
not?
Right. And then we can color coordinate with McDonald's.
Wow. I
Yeah.
love that.
Delicious.
I think we're really onto something here.
Amazing. Beautiful. So, let's talk about how we met.
We've been friends for a while now.
We have been.
How did we meet?
Well, I want to hear your perspective of this story, and then
Oh.
I want to tell mine.
Okay. I like that. All right.
Yeah.
I was working for an advertising company here in Greensboro, and
No free ads. Don't say that.
no free ads, not a sponsor. And the owner of that company was like, we really want Havana Phil's. And I think they had tried with you guys for a long time. And so I came over and pitched Phil this idea that we would film a commercial like the early MTV Cribs where we would come in and he'd be like, hi, I'm Havana Phil and welcome to Havana Phil's. And he bought it, sort of. And I think that's how we became friends.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was that easy. I'm a pretty hard sell. And, you know,
I'm a pretty good salesperson.
If I remember correctly, you came in, you pitched me on the idea.
Uh-huh.
It was a great idea. I was thoroughly impressed.
Yes.
But advertisement was not in my budget.
Okay, that is
And-
true.
And I was playing hard to get. And I was like, look, like, if you guys really, really want this, then I need to see some effort from you. So what happened was, I believe you came back twice. Once with another person, and then once with that person and the boss.
I remember coming with that person and the boss.
Right.
That's when we talked about the MTV Cribs idea.
And
Did
I
I come
think-
with that other person another time?
I think so.
Okay.
Just to like hang out or whatever.
Okay.
But I don't really remember. This was so long ago. This was
This
probably
has-
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think we're going on 3 years at this
Right.
point.
And this was when I was fresh into the business, and I was like, I was scrambling. I was fighting for my life. I was trying to make things work.
Mm-hmm.
And then Miss Laura Clark came in here and trying to pitch me on this amazing MTV Cribs.
It was a great,
episode.
it's still a good idea.
It is a good idea.
We should do that.
But it kind of fell through the cracks. I signed the sheets, and we got what we needed out of it, and then we moved on. And there's no bad blood, but you did an amazing job pitching me on that, and I
Thank you.
respected your craft and the hustle, and it was very impressive.
It's all about the hustle. But you know what? I supported the business from day one. I came to all the events, which I
did.
thoroughly enjoyed.
You did.
I've never smoked a cigar until we started hanging out and became friends. So I appreciate that.
And here we are.
And here we are as the co-host of a cigar podcast. So we've come a long way.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
And I'd like to shout out Fwynn.
He's
Our
not
producer.
he's not in the room right now, but we
He's-
really appreciate him.
He's not. We love him.
He does such a good job.
We give him a lot of shit, but he's an amazing guy. And definitely follow him on Instagram.
I want you to taste test something from this.
I really don't want to.
I know you don't want to. That's why I told you to do it.
All
You
right.
can pick whichever one you want to, but I want you to do it.
All right, I'll do this thing. What is this?
That's the one I ate. You have to pick something different.
Okay. This looks like a hard bite to chew right here.
It
And
looks
it's-
like a
it's sticky.
it looks like a toy.
It looks delicious, but here we go.
It looks really moist. Go for it. This is Phil's first time chewing on camera.
No, it's my second time.
All right.
So it needs to be heated up. 100% needs to be heated up.
Maybe in this season's budget, we'll add on a microwave.
Maybe a nice oven.
What you used for advertising in the past, we'll just push that over to the Home Depot.
Yeah. So it's really, really tasty.
Okay.
It needs to be heated up so the moisture gets through there.
Sure. Understood.
And that the icing turns to a little bit of a liquidy content.
Uh-huh.
But taking those factors out,
Okay.
I would put this in the 7s. I mean,
A 7?
it's no Cinnabon.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Tough to beat.
It's really, really hard to compete with that.
Yeah.
And, McDonald's, they have their hands in so many pots. Like, how can you compete with a
How can you
company
compete
named
with-
after a Cinnabon?
Yeah, that literally only has one thing.
So
Well, they have coffee too.
I would say it's right below it. So
Oh.
I'm putting it in the 7s. I'm going to give it a 7.9.
Okay, that's a fair evaluation. And I do think, just like mine, if we had a little toaster oven on set, that it would be a straight 10.
10 out of 10. That's a rookie score.
I think, in addition to our next McDonald's treat, we'll get some Mountain Dew specials. Maybe we can even make our own and really bring Madison Made in to the podcast.
I would go back to my middle school days and make a nice little suicide.
Or a meatball sub.
I used to love them meatball subs.
We don't know much about this time in Phil's life, but why
Yeah.
don't you tell us about it?
I mean, I used to be obsessed with meatball subs. I was a little overweight in middle school, but I was still an athlete, and I still got after it on the basketball court.
Sure.
Yeah.
You just got winded a little easier than
No, the
Yes.
endurance was there. I just
probably
wasn't
from the
as
protein.
quick. Yeah.
I've never had a meatball sub. It's not something I'm interested in now. Don't get it twisted.
Well, let me tell you something. There's no free ads on this show, but we're going to go to Giacomo's. We're going to have a family little lunch there, and it's going to be delicious. We're all going to get meatball subs and reminisce about the middle school days.
What is that?
Giacomo's?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful, small little Italian, butcher shop.
Okay.
Right off New Garden.
Okay.
Good family. Family business. Support local.
Handmade meatballs.
Hashtag local.
Hashtag GSO vibes.
Yeah. Handmade meatballs.
That's how you make a meatball, right? I mean, all meatballs are handmade at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know.
I love it. I'm actually on the chicken parm subs nowadays.
Oh.
A little lighter.
Sure.
Leaner. When I'm splurging on the weekends.
Uh-huh.
Like Friday.
Friday's chicken parm day.
It can be. Could be Saturday. Could be Sunday.
Where do you go for these things? Is this like a Subway thing?
No. We go to local spots. Elizabeth's Pizza, Giacomo's.
There's this great little place called Sub Shop Number 2 in Greensboro. You know what I'm talking about?
Number 2.
Are you familiar?
Have you seen Austin Power?
You asked me this already, and yes, I have seen Austin Powers. I don't think it's a
Number
great feature
2.
film. If I had to put it on my top 10 list, no, it would be there.
It's definitely not on my top 10.
What's
but
your
it's fucking hilarious.
This is a good question. This is a good get to know you question. What's your favorite movie?
American Psycho.
Shut the freak up. Me too.
No way.
Yeah, it's really
Oh my
true.
God. How many times have you watched it?
In a row?
No, just
Oh.
in general. How psycho are you?
I love that movie.
Okay, how many times in a row? Yeah.
At least 3.
Wow.
Like back to back.
There's a different ending in each time you watch it.
You learn something new every time. Closely followed, I really like Gone Girl. That was a good movie for me.
Never seen it.
You never saw that?
What's your favorite TV show?
The Office.
That's such a basic answer.
Okay, well, that's rude. No, it's The Office, closely followed by Sex and the City. Those are 2.
Guess what my favorite show is?
Can I have a hint?
That's so close. That's my top 5. Flynn, guess Entourage.
Give me a hint.
90s.
Friends.
No.
Why not? That was a good show.
It is a good show. It's Boy Meets World. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. It's Sopranos.
I wouldn't have been that surprised if it was Boy Meets World. Topanga was really hot. You and Corey kind of look alike. I could see it.
Top 10. Topanga is so hot.
She's still hot.
Never saw it. Drake. Shout out Drake.
I watched it, but I wasn't like into it. Do you remember that show on MTV called Next, where they would come off the bus? You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Yeah,
Next.
it would be like they would be going on a date with somebody, and they would come off a bus, and it would be like 3 embarrassing facts about them, and then they would go on a date. It was a really good show. Fwin knows what I'm talking about.
I just watch music videos on BET. Lean with it, rock with it.
Did you have a MySpace?
Fuck yeah. I had a top 8 and everything.
Uh-huh. What was your profile song?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Some Cut was on there. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if we would have been friends if we had
And
met like in this time.
Lean with it, rock with it. And what was the other one? Fuck. I had it in my brain, but it just disappeared. I don't remember what it was.
Was it a rap song?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was all about
Mine?
the rap culture. What's your song?
On
song.
my MySpace song?
Creed.
No, I'm sorry. No. I don't know.
3 Doors Down. Fall Out Boy.
It probably was Fall Out Boy at some point. I did have a little emo phase with the bangs and whatnot. I remember it distinctly being...
Evanescence.
I think it was Fireflies by Owl City for a long time.
Oh, yes. That's such a banger. I love that song.
I think it's still a good one.
I like that song. It's good, but I would never put it on my profile.
Well, I think it was that. And then Justin Bieber was like getting big around that time. So I definitely feel like there was some Justin Bieber happening on my profile.
I played in a hockey tournament with Justin Bieber.
Really?
In Atlanta.
Did you win?
Or it was in Tennessee, but he was playing for an Atlanta team.
Did you win?
We never played him. We got fucked up and lost. But there were all these girls in the arena, and we're like, why the fuck are all these girls here? And we just asked them, and they're like, well, Justin Bieber's playing right now. Can't you see?
Was he famous yet?
He was like, he had just moved to the area.
Okay, he was on the come up.
He was like, it was like when he was like a little kid, you know what I'm saying? We were probably like 15, 16. And he like signed with Usher or something.
I never thought he was cute. I just have to come out and say it.
You were never a believer?
No, I really wasn't. I was not into him. I was so in love with Nick Jonas that it literally hurts.
You know Nick Jonas is a huge cigar guy.
I had no idea.
He was on the cover of Cigar Aficionado 2 months ago.
I went to go see them in concert and I cried.
Well,
like
he's
a real
the fucking man. We should get in touch with him and have him on the pod.
I think my 8th grade dreams would come true.
They did a whole article. I mean, it's probably in that stack of magazines, and he's wearing the sickest suit I've ever seen.
What is it?
I don't know, but if I could afford it, I'd buy it like this second. It's so cool.
Quinn's doing some research to see if we can find it. Who was your first concert?
Oh man, it was the Goo Goo Dolls.
That's a really good one. I wasn't gonna expect that. Let me
Nick
see.
Jonas.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that suit.
Travel to Cuba. He's so swaggy.
That suit is sick.
Yeah.
And he has the pants to match it and the shoes.
I love a
And
man in a
they all
turtleneck, okay? I think
They
this
all
is...
have the pattern, nice brown tones.
We love a neutral.
How does that fit the frame? And it's just beautiful. I mean, if I could afford it, I'd buy that. But it's like 10 G's.
Okay.
I can't afford that.
It's a business expense.
One day, I'll get there. Swaggy.
You can, you just don't want
No.
Nah. Well.
Not for
Not for 10 G's.
cloths. Yeah. Cloths on the body.
What about the new polos?
Yeah, we have new polos. It's cool.
They're for sale.
Puma.
Phil's modeling this in cloud blue, sky blue.
Brings out the tan, nice bronze. So if you have a good complexion, you should get the shirts. If you don't, then we have red or black.
Phil would be happy to style you and color match you if you just come on down.
You know, I think this black would really bring out the color in your eyes.
Don't.
I'm not a clothes salesman, but
Salmon?
people are hitting me up about these shirts. So they're on sale. They're going to go quick, and we'll definitely reorder them. But if you don't get them now, you're going to have to wait.
Okay, and you may not get the color of your choosing. You're going to have to go with one that does not complement your complexion because they're going to be...
Right. Yeah. Get them while they last. I was going to talk about something else, but I totally forgot what it was about.
Was it about the Goo Goo Dolls?
Goo Goo Dolls, yeah. Yeah, I was about 4 years old, and you know what? I heard a Twisted History episode. It's like a podcast or whatever, and apparently the Goo Goo Dolls song, like all their famous songs is about like having sex with underage women.
I didn't know that.
And that leaves the crowd speechless.
It does.
And then it also that episode translated into like the Rolling Stones and how they were like getting with girls that were underage, like their whole career.
Yeah.
But people still idolize them. We have merchandise that has Rolling Stones stuff on it, but why haven't they been canceled? That's my biggest question of the day.
It's a podcast for another day.
Okay,
Phillip.
cool. Yeah.
We'll really have to dive deep into
We
that
don't
one.
want to get into that.
We can talk about all those conspiracy theories that you like. We can talk about the Rolling Stones.
No, it's not conspiracies. It's literally a proven thing. Rolling Stones dated women that were like 14 years old.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your little aliens in the stairway in the woods. And Phil has a lot of conspiracy theories that he's just not ready to share on air yet. But stay tuned this season. We'll get there.
I'm ready.
We got 17 minutes.
Well, baby, that's 17 minutes. We can talk about it. Let's get it popping.
All right, so what do you think about that?
My favorite conspiracy theory is the one where Avril Lavigne was replaced with an actress named Melissa, and she carried on her life as her.
And what did she do after that?
Avril Lavigne.
No, Melissa.
She carried out her life as Avril Lavigne. That's the conspiracy theory.
Did she do anything?
What do you
what
mean?
did Melissa do after Avril Lavigne?
She was Avril Lavigne. She is Avril Lavigne.
Okay, so for the listeners who don't know who the fuck Avril Lavigne is,
If you've ever heard that, what?
Skater Boy.
Yeah, Skater Boy.
That was Avril Lavigne.
That was the real Avril Lavigne.
No one knows what Avril Lavigne did after that song because she became irrelevant.
She changed because it wasn't her. It was Melissa.
What did Melissa do?
She replaced her.
And
She took over her career.
But did she accomplish anything?
Yeah, she continued making music and went on as her.
Oh, any bangers? Or
No.
she just didn't have the talent to carry the name?
I think she just made a song with, is it Machine Gun Kelly?
MGK.
Yeah.
He's a punk artist now.
Yeah.
Besides the point, what happened to Avril Lavigne?
She's no longer with us.
She died.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I don't know for sure. That's why it's called a conspiracy theory. Phillip.
Well, back to this alien thing. I know that there are staircases in the middle of national parks.
Tell us more about it. Let's go deep.
So I read this article, USA Today.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's a pretty reliable source.
Okay.
They had photos.
I'm going to fact check you while you're telling the story. So just know that I'm paying attention.
They had photos of staircases in national parks on top of a tree. How do you put a wooden staircase, on a tree? There's no one that would take their time to put that staircase in the tree. For what?
Okay, I see the article here.
Yeah. There's photos, there's facts, and it's like, my biggest question is, would you walk up that staircase?
I think I would have to. I think I'm just too nosy not to know what's at the top.
But you can see the top. It's just a matter of like what's going to happen.
But what
to
if
you
that
when
was
you
an
get to the
illusion
top?
and you got up there?
And it just kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Stairway to Heaven. Led Zeppelin, 1970s.
Users reported that these staircases could be seen sometimes even as deep as 60 kilometers. How far is that? And
Kilometers.
what does that translate to?
Flynn, help us out.
37 miles.
37 miles.
Oh my goodness.
37 miles. That's how long the
Is
staircase
this what you're
goes.
talking about?
Yeah.
Flynn, can you see that? Can we get a shot of that staircase? Okay.
So there's stone staircases, there's brick staircases, there's wooden staircases in the middle of national parks.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hear me
wouldn't-
out. What if it was just to take pictures? What if you got up there and it was just so you could get a better
But this
view?
isn't just in a general area. This is all across the United States. This is in Germany. This is in Italy. This is in Europe. This is worldwide. Staircases everywhere. It's like that metal thing in the middle of the Grand Canyon. It just popped out of nowhere.
I have to do some more research before I can make an informed decision on my thoughts.
I mean, do you believe in aliens? I only believe in things that I've seen.
No. Why do you make me sound like that? Absolutely not. Yeah, I guess. I don't. I guess.
I'll tell you what. If I was walking in a national park and saw that staircase, I would not walk up the staircase. I would be afraid that I'd be abducted and
Yeah, I mean, I guess
gone forever.
I guess there's so much out there besides us that it's hard not to. You know what I mean? Like, we're such a small portion of an infinite galaxy that there has to be something else out there.
Yeah, I would take a photo.
What if
and
we're
run.
the aliens?
We could be.
That's a real thinker.
Don't hurt yourself.
Maybe we're not humans. Who knows? But at the same time, I wouldn't walk up the staircase. I don't want to go home to my alien friends.
But they might not be the alien friends. They might be the humans and we're the aliens. And they'd be like, I hope nobody steps off the staircase.
True.
They're reading a conspiracy theory that's like, there's a cigar bar in Greensboro that's talking about us. I wonder if it's true.
Watch it be a staircase at like my front door tomorrow. That'd be so fitting.
They'd be like, hey, Phil,
Walk up this staircase.
we're not a sponsor, but we'd love to be.
No free ads, aliens. All right.
This really took a turn.
Yep. So this was a great episode.
It was really good.
Thanks for coming on.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for being here. Big shout out to Fwin.
Thank you, Fwin.
Amazing guy. And thanks to all our listeners. We really appreciate you. And we're really, really excited for this upcoming season. So tune in, subscribe, follow.
Like, comment, share.
Oh, yeah. Do all those things, those beautiful things. And we'll be here for you. If you have any questions, give us a shout. Hit our Instagram, YouTube, email, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever you want.
LinkedIn.
Hit us up. LinkedIn. Yep. We're big on there. And I think that concludes episode 1, season 3.
That's a wrap.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.